taking a nice little walk. I didn't know if I wanted to shoot it vertically or horizontally, but I got it shot in 2 different angles. Just taking a little walk. Woke up maybe around 9:30 this morning, and something was telling me I need to get up and move my body. I had a yoga session that I kind of overslept through, but she also had some things going on, so it all worked out, but I still want to get up and get moving. It's a little too late to do anything inside the house yoga-wise, so I came outside. There's still dew on the grass, otherwise I would do yoga outside, but not the most comfortable. So I'm out here getting a walk in. I'm just gonna go for about 30 minutes up and down this hill. This is my 3rd time going down, so yeah, I wanted to go ahead and track my progress with some things. I feel like I've tried to introduce myself multiple times to my channel, or reintroduce myself anyway, and I don't know, it never comes out right. But hi, my name is Kelsey, and I am a mother of 3. My daughter is 5, and my twin boys, my fraternal twin boys, are 2. I want to talk a lot more about the divine feminine on this channel, talk a lot about women's health from my perspective, just as a normal, regular person who's been working with her doctors and trying to find her own way in her health journey. Before I had my daughter 6 years ago, I started that pregnancy vegan, and I ended up transitioning to a vegetarian diet, and now I am back to eating meat 6 years later, after having my pregnancy with twins. So I eat lean meats, I eat turkey bacon, and chicken, and I want to get back to a more whole food, plant-based diet. I have had some health complications since having my twins, and so that's one of the reasons why I want to share my journey and my experience through that. I was diagnosed with clinical hypothyroidism last December, but the symptoms for hypothyroidism were there well beyond December of last year in 2024. It is July? No, it's not July. We're not in July. It's August 11th, 2025. And just a month ago or so, I had taken some labs. Was it a month or 2? Doesn't really matter, but a month or 2 ago, I got my labs redrawn, and they came back in the normal range, which is amazing for my TSH levels. And I can dive more into that probably in a different video, but if you are battling with hypothyroidism, then you know what I'm talking about. And so before the labs were over the line, well over the line, and then at one point they were teetering on the line, like a lot higher than my doctor would like to see. And then just recently, I was just in the green. Now, I only made dietary changes. I have not been put on any type of hypothyroid medication. And I took soy out of my diet. I reduced soy significantly. No, actually, no. I cut it out. I cut soy and wheat out for a little while. And there was one other thing that I cut out, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. But yeah, I had to make some changes. And because soy was so much of the protein that I was receiving as a vegan or like more plant-based eater, because I wasn't going hard on like turkey bacon or chicken or anything like that until I got that diagnosis and I started to do my research. But because soy was such a major part of my diet, and it was a major part of my protein intake, I had to make those changes because I obviously still need some form of protein. Not so much, but I needed a little bit more, you know. I'm a farmer, I'm a mother of 3, I'm a cottage baker, and I'm using my body day in and day out for all kinds of things. And so I do need an adequate amount of protein just to keep me moving and keep things stable. So that's why I started incorporating the turkey bacon about 2 to 3 times a week. And then more recently, I've been eating more chicken, but I would say chicken also like 3 to 4 times a week. Never on the same day. And then I do eat eggs on a relatively consistent basis, but also 3 to 4 times a week. So I would say my meat and egg intake is balanced. I at least consider it to be balanced. I don't overconsume meat. I don't overconsume eggs. I do take breaks. But yeah, I had to add it back in. And I saw a significant improvement in that TSH level. Also incorporating some stress relief in there. Tapping into my yoga practice a lot more, which I found to be very beneficial. And trying to pray more, have more conversations with God, calling on more healing to come into my life. And I saw the results, and I'm happy with the results. So there's that. But yeah, I can dive a little bit deeper into that. But I've been wanting to vlog for a long time, and it's just about time I do it. So much of what I'm going to talk about is, reclaiming the divine feminine in your postpartum era. When I was meditating on what it is that I really want to share, I was like, I don't want to come on here and share just anything. I want to be very intentional with the information that I present. And, I don't want to fill you guys with fluff or anything like that. So I can only speak from my experience. And so much of what I will be talking about is reclaiming the divine feminine within you postpartum, because a lot of mothers tend to let themselves go, fall into that trap of not being able to lose weight or feel comfortable in their own bodies postpartum. And I would say to that you have to love yourself at every stage of your existence. You have to love yourself before the pregnancy, during the pregnancy, after the pregnancy. You have to remember that your body gave life. You have to remember that there's so much beauty already in that. And you can't let anybody take that away from you, for one. 2, you can't fill from an empty cup. And I'm sure that you've already, if you are seeing this video and you are experiencing yourself pouring from an empty cup or trying to pour from an empty cup, you notice that it doesn't work. You notice that you get burnt out a lot faster. You notice that tasks don't get done when you are out of alignment with yourself, with your divinity, with your divine feminine energy. And so I just want to help encourage women to tap back into that, to tap back into source, to tap back into God, and to place themselves back on their throne. You deserve to feel good about yourself. You deserve to have relationships around you that feel whole, that don't feel draining or toxic. You deserve to have healthy relationships with your children. You deserve to have you deserve to have a healthy relationship with your partner. Everything that you are building in your life is well deserved. And if there's anything that needs to fall by the wayside or be cut or trimmed, then so be it. Do it. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and share that I'm here, and this is something that I want to start sharing on my YouTube channel, and to encourage women to be their highest and best version of themselves, because you deserve it. So stay tuned for more videos. I didn't share a whole lot, but if you at least like my face or you at least like my vibes, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, comment. Let's get some momentum going on here. Yeah, so stay tuned. Peace.